Why are so many people moving to Arlington? Is Arlington the new Snohomish? All right, today I'm going to share with you the top 5 reasons why so many people have made Arlington their home over the last 7 years or so. Before I jump into that, though, I want to share with you and just kind of frame for those that don't know the location of Arlington. So Arlington is about 20 miles north of Everett. So this location makes a lot of sense. If you work at Boeing, you could totally live in Arlington and have a reasonable commute to get in. So it's about 20 miles north of Everett. It's about 22 miles south of Mount Vernon. So you could go north or you could go south, okay? It's about 47 miles to Seattle or Bellevue. So that can be a little bit far. If you work in Seattle, if you work in Bellevue, Arlington might not be your place. But if you're in middle Snohomish County, like say Everett or Linwood, it could be a really good place to take a look. And when you think about home prices, of course, the further you get away from Seattle, the more house you get for the money. So there's still some value in Arlington. And if you compare it to Snohomish, which a lot of people do, it's quite a bit less expensive. My name is Mike Novak from the Novak Real Estate Team. I'm a real estate agent, but today I'm not your agent. I'm your local guide. I have spent a ton of time in Arlington. I've eaten at almost all the restaurants there. Big foodie. Our family goes to Arlington all the time. Truly do love this area. And I want to share with you the local insights that I have on why I think so many people are making this place home. The location obviously has a lot to do with it, and we're seeing a lot of new construction going on in Arlington as well. So let's jump right into the 5 reasons that people are calling this place home. Stay till the end of the video too, and I'm going to share with you as a bonus the absolute best burger in Snohomish County. I'm going to tell you exactly where to find it because it's in Arlington. Okay, so we'll tease it there for you. But first of all, number 1 reason that people move to Arlington, it's the downtown area. They love the old school Main Street feel that downtown has. If you haven't been to downtown Arlington, go check it out. It's very reminiscent of Snohomish. A lot of people ask me, like, how does Arlington compare to Snohomish? Because people love downtown Snohomish. I'm like, well, it's actually pretty similar. It might be a little bit smaller. It's further north for sure, but it feels quite a bit the same. You know, there's shopping, there's restaurants, of course. Arlington Hardware is definitely something to give a shout out to. Arlington Hardware is not your average hardware store. There's so much that you can buy there. They have like an entire clothing department there that's actually got some really, really cool stuff. The Stilly Diner is down there on Main Street, maybe the best breakfast and brunch in all of Snohomish County. Super busy on the weekends. But this downtown area is just super cool because it's just lined with restaurants and shopping. You can park the car and you can spend half a day just kind of poking around downtown. So most people love this area, and it makes a lot of sense to go do just a little day trip. Go, like I said, go visit it, go check it out, go walk around, go have lunch or breakfast or dinner down there, and just kind of get a feel for what that downtown area looks like. Because most people absolutely love it, and it's definitely a big reason on why so many people have wanted to relocate to Arlington, okay? There's a lot of houses too that are walking distance to downtown Arlington, which is a super cool lifestyle to have. Like when you can walk 3-4 blocks and all of a sudden you're on Main Street down there and you've got all these restaurants and shopping right at your fingertips. People love that lifestyle. So the downtown area, definitely pretty reminiscent of Snohomish, and definitely one of the reasons that people are calling Arlington home. The second reason that people are calling Arlington home is the big box shopping. People love the Smoky Point area, which is technically part of Arlington. Sometimes it feels kind of like North Marysville. It almost touches Stanwood too, but Smoky Point is technically part of Arlington, okay? And some of the retailers you're going to find there, you're going to find Target, you're going to find Costco, you're going to find Dick's Sporting Goods. There is literally a couple dozen national brands, like big box brands, that you will find right there at the Smoky Point area. So it's right off I-5. It's a very central location. It's a major area growth in the Arlington area right now. They're putting up a lot of apartments out there, condos, townhouses, and even some single family homes as well. There's a few neighborhoods that are actually walking distance to all these amenities. And then of course, they've put in some really fantastic restaurants. There's a Hop Jacks out there. There's Red Robin, like a lot of like the corporate brands kind of stuff is what you're going to see. They're not going to see as many local places, but there's still a lot of good options. So definitely a big reason that people are moving there is because of that big box shopping. They love the Costco, they love the Target, and all those other retailers that they're finding right there at their fingertips at Smoky Point. It's so close to so much too. Like the location is just really, really good. The number 3 reason why people are moving to Arlington It's the mega employers. Okay, in the last year, Amazon opened an enormous warehouse right off there, massive. Like, I'm gonna take us up a couple blocks, right? I mean, it looks like almost a stadium-sized building that's there, and I think it's a distribution facility that they use, but it's employing like hundreds and hundreds of people. I personally have multiple clients that have taken jobs at this new location. So Amazon putting in this massive distribution center was definitely a big reason people started gravitating towards Arlington last year, and was really exciting for a lot of the local population there. The second big one, and this was just recently announced a few months ago, is Tesla is also opening a production area there right in Arlington as well. And so there's a lot of kind of industrial park type situations and areas there in Arlington, and it's attracting a lot of these big retailers, and big employers that are coming in. So Tesla is on its way into Arlington right now. That's going to provide a ton of local jobs. And then, like I said, Amazon already opened up there. Massive, massive facility. You can't miss it when you come into town in Arlington. It's going to be on your right side as you're coming down the road there, as you head into Arlington off the freeway from Smoky Point. Cannot miss it. But there's going to be more coming too. There's just a lot of growth in the industrial side of Arlington. All around the airport area there's tons of industrial buildings being put up. And that's a big reason people are gravitating towards Arlington right now. It's just these mega employers that are putting in some kind of facility in the Arlington area. That brings me to number 4, the fourth reason why people move to Arlington. It's for the acreage properties, okay? There's certain locations in Snohomish County where it's hard to find acreage, like Everett and Linwood. Really, really hard to find acreage, right? But you start to go out to some of the peripheral areas like a Granite Falls, or Arlington or Snohomish, and you start to find the opportunity to actually buy a home that's on some acreage. And people love living on acreage. There's been kind of this movement to get back to acreage since COVID. And Arlington's definitely a prime location for that. The Arlington Heights area has a ton of acreage potential out there. There's a ton of great homes, anywhere from 1 acre all the way up to 20 acres. And if you want to have horses, definitely an option for you there as well. But there's just a lot of opportunity if you're interested in acreage properties to call Arlington your home. Arlington's a very big area. It spans pretty far north and pretty far south down into Marysville, and then also pretty far east. It actually touches Granite Falls and goes way out that direction. Then it goes up to Stanwood as well. So there's a lot of area in Arlington. And because of that, there's also a lot of acreage property. So if acreage is your jam, if that's something you're really looking for, that's really important in the next home you're going to buy, you definitely want to consider Arlington. That's definitely been a reason people have been moving that direction. Okay, number 5, the final reason that I believe people like to call Arlington home and are moving that way is the parks. There is no shortage of amazing parks in Arlington. The number one that I would say is Holler Park. Like, Holler Park is super cool. It's on the river. Like, you can go park at the park. There's a splash park there, which kids absolutely love. There's a little food stand there so you can get refreshments and snacks as well. And then you can actually walk down to the river. You'll see a lot of people down there on the river out on a sunny day, just jumping in and enjoying it. So the parks in Arlington are really top notch. Holler Park is really walking distance to downtown Arlington. It's very close. And that's definitely a reason why people are moving in that direction. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 reasons why most people are gravitating towards Arlington, why it's growing so fast. Is it the new Snohomish? Probably. Like, I mean, it doesn't have the access to Bellevue and Seattle that Snohomish has. Like, so much of Bellevue has gravitated towards Snohomish just because Bellevue's become so expensive to own a home in. And there's still a lot of value out in Monroe and in Snohomish, and it's not that bad of a drive. But most of those people aren't going to want to go as far north as Arlington, make that their home. So it's not going to pull that type of person to Arlington. But with that said, Arlington's downtown is very reminiscent of Snohomish. The acreage properties are very reminiscent of Snohomish. The parks are very similar as well. So there's a lot of similarities. And then you also add in that big box shopping, and it's a pretty cool area. So I promised you at the beginning of this video that I would share with you the best burger in Snohomish County because it's in Arlington, and I want to tell you about it right now. This place is absolutely unbelievable. Some friends of ours actually own it. They are fantastic people, and our family, we have 3 kids, they love this place. This is old school burgers. They flat top the burgers. They like hand smash the meat, put it on the flat top. They make their own hand cut fries. They batter their own fish and chips. They make old school milkshakes, like not that soft serve stuff. They actually like scoop ice cream in there. Their Oreo milkshake is to die for. So what is it? It's Nutty's Junk House Grill. Absolutely freaking amazing. Like, if you want the best old school burger in Snohomish County, go check out Nutty's. Bring your family, bring your kids. I promise that they will absolutely love it. It is so much fun to go there. The decor they've got in there is like an old junkyard. It's a ton of fun. My personal favorite burger is the Trunk Junk. It's like a half-pound burger, local meat, totally fresh. Like I said, hand-pressed, and just so tasty. The Nutty sauce that they put on their burgers is absolutely unbelievable. So if you find yourself in Arlington and you're checking out the downtown or some of the areas I talked about, definitely swing by Nutty's. They're closed. I think it's on Tuesday or Wednesday each week, so watch out for that. But on the weekends, totally open. I think they open at 11 o'clock. And in my opinion, and so many other people's opinions too, the best burger in Snohomish County. Check that out. Again, my name is Mike Novak. I'm a real estate agent. If you've got questions about real estate in Snohomish County, I'm definitely your guy. My contact information is down below. But I really just want to share with you some insights, some personal insights about Arlington today.